mother noticed her baby son had stopped growing at just 4 months old. What followed was a diagnosis so rare that most doctors will never see it in their careers, and one that has changed her family's life forever. This is the story of baby James, and the mother who is fighting every single day to give him a future. Jessica Clifton-Enge had been through 2 difficult pregnancies with her daughters, so when her pregnancy with James went smoothly, she felt cautiously hopeful. James was born in December 2025, and almost immediately, the challenges began. Shortly after birth, James was rushed to the NICU, the neonatal intensive care unit, because his blood glucose levels had dropped to dangerously low levels. He stayed there for 23 days. His older sisters, who had been eagerly waiting to find out whether they were getting a brother or a sister, did not find out until James finally came home. The diagnosis that came with him was hyperinsulinism, a rare condition in which the pancreas releases too much insulin, causing blood sugar to crash dangerously. Jessica and her husband were given medication for James and told to hope he might one day grow out of it. They took their son home and got on with life. By April, when James was around 4 months old, something else caught the attention of his doctors. James was not growing at the rate expected for a baby his age. He was falling behind. Jessica and her husband took him to Cincinnati Children's Hospital later that month, where James spent the next several weeks in and out of care as doctors ran further tests to try to understand what was happening inside his tiny body. The tests revealed something that stopped the family in their tracks. James's kidneys were not working properly. For a baby just a few months old, this was deeply alarming. Doctors ordered genetic testing to try to get to the bottom of what was causing the kidney dysfunction. Jessica told Newsweek that she and her husband were not particularly worried at that stage, because they had both undergone genetic testing before having children. They thought they knew what they were carrying. What? They were not. They were wrong. The results were devastating, Jessica said. Baby James had been diagnosed with cystinosis, a rare genetic disorder so uncommon that it affects approximately 1 in 200,000 children. Cystinosis causes a buildup of the amino acid cystine inside the body's cells, leading to the formation of crystals that damage organs over time. The kidneys are particularly vulnerable, but the eyes, muscles, and other organs are also at risk. Symptoms in infancy can include poor growth, excessive thirst, vomiting, and sensitivity to light. Without treatment, cystinosis can progress to kidney failure and catastrophic organ damage. And because it is so rare, it is not included in basic genetic testing panels. Jessica and her husband had both been carriers and had no idea. Cystinosis is caused by a mutation in a gene called CTNS. When both parents carry one copy of the mutated gene, each child has a 1 in 4 chance of inheriting 2 copies, and therefore developing the condition. The cystine crystals that build up in the cells cause progressive damage to virtually every organ in the body over time. Early signs often appear in the first year of life, which is exactly what happened with James. It is estimated that only around 2,000 people in the United States are living with cystinosis today. James is now on a complex and demanding treatment regime. Because his kidneys are not retaining certain nutrients properly, he requires supplements, currently including phosphorus, potassium, and vitamin D, which is essential for his bones and muscles, as the disease can make them weak and brittle. His doctors monitor his kidney function tests closely and adjust his supplements based on what he is losing. Every day looks different, Jessica said. The most critical medication James takes is called Cystagon. It works by helping to dissolve the cystine crystals that build up in his cells, slowing the damage the disease causes. But Jessica is clear-eyed about what Cystagon is and is not. It's a life extender. Before the FDA approved Cystagon, the life expectancy for a child with cystinosis was just 9 to 11 years old. With Cystagon, doctors have been able to delay organ failure significantly, helping people with cystinosis live well into adulthood. It is a profound medical achievement, and it is not enough. The impact of James's diagnosis on the Clifton-Enge family has been profound and far-reaching. Jessica described the family as currently in the grief stage, The financial strain of constant hospital visits, multiple medications, and specialist appointments is significant. James's two older sisters, including one who is a budding professional dancer, have had to take a back seat to their brother's needs. And the future the family had imagined for their son, sports, fishing, carrying on the family name, has had to be reimagined entirely. Now it's hospitals, various appointments, multiple medications, and blood work, Jessica said. But she has not given up. They say he may still be able to do everything he wants, she said. He'll just have to modify a lot. There is hope on the horizon, though it is still distant. Researchers are working on a potential cure for cystinosis, involving stem cell gene therapy and transplantation. But the treatment is still in the trial stages and could take years to reach FDA approval. Jessica is already trying to get James enrolled as a possible trial patient, aware that his organs have not yet suffered extensive damage and that time matters. I'd like to do something before he ends up on 10 to 30 medications and needs kidney transplants, she said. She is fighting for her son's future before the window closes. Before we close, Jessica wanted to pay tribute to the doctor she credits with saving her son's life, or at least giving him the chance at a diagnosis. Dr. Dawn Manfroy of Tri-Health Group Health Pediatrics of Anderson was the pediatrician who pushed and pushed for James to be admitted to hospital and for doctors to get to the bottom of what was wrong. Without her, Jessica said, James may still be undiagnosed. In a story full of heartbreak and complexity, that sentence stands out. One doctor who refused to accept an easy answer, one push for further investigation, and a little boy who now has a name for what is happening to him, and a fighting chance. Baby James was born in December 2025. He spent 23 days in the NICU. He stopped growing at 4 months old. He was diagnosed with a condition so rare that 1 in 200,000 children will ever hear its name. His mother is sharing his story so that other families, other parents who undergo genetic testing and think they are in the clear, know that cystinosis exists. And that the symptoms to watch for in a baby are real and worth pushing for answers on. Cystinosis is so rare it's not included in basic genetic testing, Jessica said. Now you know. If you want to learn more about cystinosis or support research into a cure, search for the Cystinosis Research Foundation online. If you found this story moving, please subscribe so you don't miss our next update.